This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
A blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. So coming up in this one, my people, we see where the former CEO of ICC World Cup, Mr. Chris Darren, gave a keynote speech, and in it, he was urging the Jamaica government to end the ban on cricket legend Lawrence Rowe and bring him home, and also to give him all the accolades and honors and awards due to him. Now, he was speaking at the 50th anniversary of Lawrence Rowe scoring a triple century against England in 1974. He had quite a few things to say, my people, quite a few things to say as it relates to our cricket. Now, Lawrence Rowe was one of some of the cricketers that left and went to play in South Africa during the apartheid time. And, you know, they were branded as rebel, and they were actually banned and outcast from West Indies cricket. Couple of them, they have bounced back, while a lot of them would have fallen on hard times. So I'm going to spend some time and go through this article here. It is very interesting. It is long, but it makes for good read. So you guys can just give a listening ear and let me know what you all think in the comment section. So taking it from the Sportsmax website, the headline says, Chris Darren urges Jamaica to end ban on cricket legend Lawrence Rowe. So it says, former CEO of ICC Cricket World Cup, Chris Darren, has called on the government, opposition, Jamaica Cricket Association, and the Jamaican people to end the persecution and bring Lawrence Rowe home and give him all the honors due. Now, Darren was in Broward County, one of the venues that we're going to have the ICC T20 World Cup, right? He was actually giving the keynote speech at the 50th anniversary banquet celebrating Lawrence Rowe, my people, when he was saying this. Now, amongst the guests, they had people like Viv Richards, Sir Andrew Roberts, Courtney Walsh, Callis King, Joel Garner. They had Chris Gale and also Sarwan. Now, Rowe was one of several West Indian cricketers who were members of a rebel tour that played matches in then apartheid South Africa in the early 1980s. Poorly paid and unable to break into a powerful West Indies side, Rowe and others like Callis King, Sylvester Clarke, Colin Croft, and Ezra Mosley, among others, opted to earn between US $100,000 and US $125,000 to play across 2 years, from 1982 to 83, and again from 1983 to 84. Now, the participants received life bans from Caribbean cricket in 1983, and in many instances were ostracized socially and professionally. Now, Darren, in saying that it was time for Rowe to be forgiven, also lamented at where the banquet was being held. Now, this is him. This is Chris, and I quote, "This banquet, celebrating 50 years since the Herculean triple century by one of Jamaica's greatest sporting icons, should have been staged in Jamaica with full and unequivocal support of the Jamaican government, the Cricket Association, and people of Jamaica. That it is being held in Florida and not in Jamaica, ironically, right? Ironically, mirrors the embarrassing fact that the T20 Cricket World Cup is also being staged this year in Florida and none in Jamaica and not in Jamaica." He said, "Look at what we have come to." He went on to say, Black South Africans forgave their oppressors years ago through their truth and reconciliation process. to see a mural unveiled at Sabina Park honoring 19 of Jamaica's greatest cricketers and no Yaga Rowe is as sad as it gets. He went on to say, "It is time to end this." He said, to put it in perspective, Jamaica still sing and dance and celebrate the Vibes Cartel and Ninja Man music. There is no protest or public outcry when those songs are played on the radio or at parties. The work of art of these convicted murderers, and our children sing word for word, yet 40 years later, we are trying to erase from history the body of work of a man whose only real crime, if any, was to continue to earn a honest living in his profession after his employers had let him go. In the only place willing to pay after his employers had to let him go. In the only place willing to pay the value his service were worth. End quote. Boy, I tell you, look at us now, my people. Our players are all over the world playing. But the difference now is that, it's not apartheid. We don't really have the black and white fighting, at that level as it was back then. And for those who are not Jamaicans, are not familiar, the two artists that he mentioned, Ninja Man and Vibes Cartel, those are popular DJs from Jamaica who have been convicted of taking people's life, and people still celebrate and worship them in Jamaica. You understand? You can't go to Jamaica and say certain things about these people. The regular man on the road will take your life to say something bad about those guys. Anyway, he went on to say other West Indian rebels, quote-unquote rebels, went on to play again for the West Indies. Even at Sabina Park, he said, cheered on by the fellow Jamaicans. If Yaga had chosen to rob a bank, he would long have been out of jail. It's time to let him go. Free Yaga, free Yaga, free Yaga. End quote. Tell him, my people, yeah. That is basically what he was saying, my viewers and subscribers, that it is time for the Jamaican people to let it go. It is time for them to free Yaga Rowe and to honor him. Now, this I obviously wasn't around to see him play, but I would have heard my father and quite a few other people saying that he's one of the most technical batsmen they have ever seen. Play a cricket shot effortlessly and all, but celebrating 50 years of scoring a triple century against England, and he's still yet to be forgiven by Jamaican people. It is, it is what it is, my people. Let us see if this you can call it outcry will soften the heart of the powers that be there in Jamaica. I remember going to Sabina Park and doing a little video and showing the cricketers on the wall, and know that they are mentioning this. I don't remember seeing Lawrence Rowe's own there, but let me know what you all think in the comment section, my people, especially those who were around and would remember what the atmosphere was like, what it was like in the Caribbean when those guys would have left and would have gone to South Africa while the oppressing was going on. It is videos like these that I like to hear the perspectives and the opinions of people that were around those time, So let me know what you all think about this one, my people. We're going to leave it right here for now. Big up.